times, there was no space to play into, so they're trying to hit Bunny Shaw directly. They weren't picking up many second balls, but that player there on the screen now made a difference.
You know, with the celebration then at the end as well, and the vital goal and that bit of quality to give Manchester City all 3 points. And this was our final game of the WSL weekend. The celebrations will continue for Manchester City. A big 3 points when it comes to the title challenge as well, particularly having seen Chelsea pick up 3 points earlier in the day. But let's get some reaction then to this win for City. Harriet is down on the pitch at Anfield.
Well, congratulations to you both. You left us the 88th minute last week, 86th this week. Sum up the emotions after that one.
I think we always push it to the end and we never give up, and yeah, I think we deserved the win in the end. We were probably from the second half, we pushed and we managed to get the 2 goals in the end.
Did it feel like a different challenge today, coming up against a team that played quite defensively, particularly in that first half?
Yeah, I think it was difficult to start the game, but we come good after the second half, so we keep pushing and then we scored the 2 goals.
What does it say about the resilience of your side that you are getting those late goals, you're finding those ways to win?
Yeah, I think as a team we just never give up. We have such good team spirit, and you know, whoever comes on as well always contributes, and yeah, it's just a great feeling within the team.
You said their team spirit. Give us a bit of an insight into what it's like behind the scenes this season. A lot of your players have spoken about playing with such freedom.
Yeah, I think Andre likes us to all play with freedom. He likes to find different ways to, you know, take on the opponent. So yeah, it was good.
Iman, another goal for you. We spoke last week after your goal. Talk us through what was going through your head in that moment on that follow-up.
Yeah, I know it was not like the last week because it was not the winning goal, but it was the equalizer. And I think it was important for the team, and after this we keep pushing and we scored the second goal, so I think it was important, but it's a job from the whole team because we come in the second half very good.
And how good are you feeling at the moment? 2 goals in 2 games, still only 19 years old as well.
Yeah, I'm happy to score.
You're happy to score, but it is passing over the Player of the Match award to Lauren today, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Mum.
Congratulations, guys. Well done. See you soon.
Yeah, imagine if you were the coach of Canada watching Iman Benny, really in form at the moment, knowing that you've got to face her in a couple of weeks' time. Anyway, that's for then. Let's have a little look at the results from today then. A WSL Sunday that saw every team in action. Chelsea with that big win over Spurs at the top of the table. Manchester United coming from behind to beat Everton 4-1. Wins 2 for London City and Arsenal as well. And then Manchester City rounding off the day with all 3 points, which means your Barclays WSL table looks like this tonight. City then second in the table. Manchester United up to third, leaping above Tottenham. Liverpool and West Ham still looking for their first points of the season. Touch maybe on Benin in a bit and the threat that she poses, but let's go back and have a little look at that offside goal right at the end. It looked to be all teed up for Liverpool, didn't it? They win the free kick. Up steps Holland with it. And offside.
Holland does really well. She gets an effort on target, sometimes difficult angle for a right footer, but goes sort of low. I don't know if Yamashita maybe doesn't feel she gets a good look at it, but you see there Gemma Bonner just standing in that offside position. You just think, oh, could you just started half a yard further to the left? But she didn't. Lineswoman got it right, but just it probably shows that's why, you know, Man City in the future, what they'll learn from this is we need to go and kill the game off. We need to make sure we control the game. I felt they were a bit sloppy. Nagano weren't that free kick from you know, Man City giving it away and allowing them to go up the pitch. So a let off for City, and for Liverpool they've got to keep doing the hard work.
Talking of let-offs, if we go back to the first goal for Liverpool, Capox at the Kop end, you know, we saw her do it in the Merseyside derby. She seems to enjoy scoring at Anfield.
Yeah, and I think it's obviously it gets cleared here. They pick up the second phase, and this is an unbelievable delivery. Like, if you're a centre back, like, you don't want to touch it, because if you know you touch it, you score an own goal. So she arrives at the back post. It's a good finish, probably completely against the run of play, if I'm honest. But they had a little bit of momentum, and they were clinical in that moment. And yeah, that's a fantastic ball. It's a nightmare. Goalkeeper can't come, centre-back can't touch it. So, yeah, I think it's really, really great ball and great arrival at the back post and good contact. Keep it on target, score your goal.
Yeah, the old teaser, isn't it? Go on, stick your head on that. So they go 1-up, and then you're looking for Manchester City. Where's that response going to come from? And it comes again from Bene, who we saw score the winner against Arsenal.
Yeah, and she's lively. You can even just when you hear her speak, she's just so enthusiastic. She wants to be involved. And you hear Greenwood deep ball in. Don't deal with the first ball. It's clearly going wide. I mean, I'm not quite sure why the goalkeepers even got involved. She obviously didn't quite have her bearings. But you see, they're just. Penny doesn't give up, and it's a pretty good finish from a really tight angle. She deserves credit for that, but for me, terrible mistake from the goalkeeper to just keep that in play.
In Casey, was that combination you were talking about before the game as well, just seeing Bunny Shaw getting in there with, and I know potentially she would want to go, but Bene on the follow-up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you have good numbers, I think Bene's been really alert there. Like, she's been quicker to the second ball. Goalkeeper fumbles. I don't think the goalkeeper even needs to touch it. It probably goes out for a goal kick, but alert, alive, finishes it well, and obviously gets them back into the game.
Alba Fagino, she's just one of those players when you need that bit of quality in that moment, you can just rely on her.
And do you know what I thought I really liked about her performance today? She drifted. She got into good areas, different spaces, and there's some good link up here. Little third player run, third player combinations, and she's hit it so hard there, and it's really hard for the goalkeeper to react around their feet. I think the goalkeeper was disappointed a little bit that they don't get something on it, but at the same time, it's good combination play, good finish, and a winning goal.
And I said it's a big goal for Manchester City. Having lost that first game of the season, they've now gone on this little bit of a run, and they're just behind Chelsea in the table. Let's hear from their boss, Andre Yegles.
Well, Andre, congratulations. You left it late this week. Sum up the feelings and the reaction after that game.
Yeah, it was a tough call, especially in the end of the game when they scored and it was an offside. But I think in general, we lacked a little bit of energy during, not until they scored. It's almost like then we needed this desperation where I saw. And I think that's something that we just need to work on, because that's what shows a good team, if you manage to do good games week after week. And I think we lacked a little bit in the first half with the energy in that. Second was after they scored. I think that's when it was, but we need to have it a little bit earlier.
Was there a struggle coming up against their defensive setup to find those passages of play that led to creative chances, particularly in the first half there you referenced? Yeah,
I think they do it very good. They kill the spaces central and they are very good in cutting off the angles that we want to use. But I think that there were possibilities for us to break them down if we would play it a little bit quicker and be a little bit more decisive with the pass, also to play a little bit more behind their backline, because that was very high. So there were things that we could do. They did it good, but we can also do it better.
You left it late against Arsenal last week, late again this week. I'm sure you'd like a slightly calmer game, but what does that say about the spirit and resilience of your side?
Yeah, it says a lot. I also said it afterwards. There's something special with this group of players. I think that no matter we are one goal down, you don't see a team that is everybody's down and doing their own things. The team is deciding that, okay, now this is something we need to do something about, and coming back and also winning the game, definitely shows something about the team.
Well, you're a team full of attacking threats as well. I just want to touch on Iman Bene. She gets her second consecutive goal. Such a young player. What's impressed you about her, particularly in the last couple of weeks, for her to get that start today?
Yeah, I think mostly her mentality. She's not afraid of anything, and she's brave in both with the ball and without the ball. And I think that's a key thing for her, also to be, how can I use my best skills? And there is something there that I think we still are working with. How do we use her the best way? She's played on the right side now. She's played in other positions earlier. So I think there is still something there, but she's very curious. She wants to become better, and yeah, fantastic. Happy for her that she scored a goal.
Congratulations. Thanks,
Thank
Andrew.
All seems to be building nicely for Manchester City at the moment. If we have a little look at who they've got to face over the next 6 games, yes, we know there's no Champions League, but he can use the League Cup to experience some of these different relationships against teams potentially lower down. It looks fairly healthy run apart from that Manchester United match in there.
Yeah, and I think it might give them the opportunity to get injured players back as well and add a bit more depth into their squad and be able to make changes from the bench a little bit more, which I think they struggled with a little bit today in terms of impact.
All right, Gareth Taylor, if you want to get plenty more reaction to that defeat for Liverpool, you can watch it across Sky Sports Digital. For you and Liverpool, again, it's a case of what do they take from this? They've got a goal at least.
Yeah, I think today's different to how they'll normally set up. I think they'll go back to the normal formation that they've been working on, trying to improve.
Is that the right thing to do?
They got to just keep going. I think Gareth Taylor's got a system. I think, he's had success with that, and there has been positives, but they just got to keep working hard and trust in that, and they're going to have to recruit in January and also help the squad in that way as well.
Just keep swimming. Whilst I sing that, it's been one of those days. Casey, for you, now you've got the international coming up for Canada, a couple of tough games. Friendlies though.
Yeah, we are. We're off to Switzerland next weekend, and then we play the Netherlands after that. So really good test for us.
What are you trying to get from those, apart from 2 wins, clearly?
Yeah, I think playing top opponents, testing the team, really embedding the style of play and identity against top level opponents, which we haven't really had over the last year.
I know you've had a little eye on Olivia Smith, who you saw for Arsenal today, Jade Rose too. Real young quality coming through for Canada.
Yeah, I think we've got loads of potential. I think it's good that they're playing at top level and they're playing consistently and getting minutes, and that's really key for us.
Good luck. Thanks for coming in. Casey, then off to adventures anew. What about for us over the next? From us, it's Manchester City beating a swift exit. Good night.
Lifts it up nicely. Oh, what a header! Cornelia Capox does it again. Liverpool lead by a goal to nil. Headed down by Shaw. Touched by the keeper, and a moment of wonder. Iman Benny. Lohman. Here's for Gino. And Manchester City lead. And for the first time in this game, Manchester City are in front.